I'm Sandra Benjamin for Red Carpet Diary with another edition of our Toronto International Film Festival highlights. As the weekend drew to a close, Ryan Gosling shifted into drive and Goon took to the ice.
What's up, fish? You want some?
Shooting the fight scenes was quite brutal. You're going to give him 5 right crosses, and you're going to give him an uppercut, and then headbutt and this, 15 moves. And be like, okay, you ready? Wait, what?
There's a sort of blue-collar sense of humor that permeates the whole thing.
I can barely act, let alone fight on skates,
Our punches, though, are pretty heavy-duty.
What's the job?
When you get your money, his debt's paid. You never go near his family again.
For the rest of your life, you're going to be looking over your shoulder.
This was a guy who'd seen too many movies, and that he was confusing his own life for a movie. He was appointing himself a kind of a hero of his own action movie.
He's not a bad guy. He tries to do the right thing, but he's a schemer. He's a snake oil salesman. He's the guy who's trying to wait for his ship to come in,
This guy, Bryan Cranston, you can read the phone book and be interesting.
The better the actors are, the better it's like a tennis game. So he's like Federer. So you like hitting the ball back.
Why should we put so much effort into suppressing our most basic natural instincts? Sometimes you have to do something unforgivable just to be able to go on living.
Viggo Mortensen and Michael Fassbender star as psychiatrists Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung.
Cronenberg, in a lot of ways, is similar. Not that he physically resembles Sigmund Freud, but his sense of humor and his wit and his intelligence and his way of working with people is exactly the way Freud's was described.
He was a brilliant man. He was also very charismatic. And he was very persuasive.
I read a lot of books. I spoke to a couple of analysts about sort of tics and exactly what that was and what hysteria was and that kind of thing. It was quite tricky because when you first read the script, it sort of said, okay, hysterical fits and is ravaged by tics. And you think, well, what does that mean? So it was a lot of reading, really.
This is an important job. You're looking for something most believe is extinct. Where are they?
Willem Dafoe stars as Martin, a man hired to track and kill an exotic wild animal in the hills of Tasmania.
Willem was a real pleasure to work with. He completely understood the character. He worked really hard to get the character right.
Willem Dafoe, he attracted me. He's a very attractive man. And a great story.
They say that in Tasmania you can get 4 seasons in any 1 hour, and we frequently did. We had snow, rain, fog, hail, and leeches. Willem was a big fan of the leeches. He liked that a lot.
The challenge is, just to be graceful and purposeful. Those are things that I enjoy a lot, being out in the nature and doing real things. It was a pleasure.
This is Daniel. This is Lou. He's our neighbor.
Hey. Oh, cool. Did you just move here?
I moved in pretty recently, just over there.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Michelle Williams and Seth Rogen star in this funny and touching look at the struggles facing couples in long-term relationships. Set in Toronto, the film walks the line between heartwarming and heartbreaking. You thinking, okay, this is going to be an awesome challenge with a more dramatic role?
Not really, honestly. I really don't think of it in those terms. For some reason. Maybe I should. Better actors probably do, but I didn't. I just really liked the story. I thought it was really interesting. I was excited to work with Sarah and Michelle Williams.
What do you think it is about love and relationships that all of us are always trying to figure out so much?
Well, I think it's something that preoccupies a lot of us in life. I think it's, in a lot of people's lives, it's sort of the main thing that's preoccupying them.
The fact that I actually didn't really even realize how dramatic it was, I think, until we started filming, I was like, oh, this movie's pretty intense.
It was always, to me, one of the main characters of the film was going to be Toronto in the summer, so it was such a joy to get to capture it the way I see it.
More dramatic roles coming up?
I'm redoing Les Mis, actually. No, I'm not. I'm just joking.
Life is only on Earth, and not for long.
I don't think you know that at all.
What drew you to want to work with Lars?
Well, his films. Breaking the Waves was one of my favorite films. Antichrist was just, it was a really hard film for me to watch, but that that's exactly what he wanted out of that movie.
It's very unconventional the way he shoots, and he runs around with a camera and like finds different things, you know.
I get kind of shy about talking about my perspective of it, but I'm very interested to see what other people think about it.
Thanks for watching. We'll have more Red Carpet Diary TIFF highlights tomorrow. You can follow us on Twitter at Red Carpet Diary or like us on Facebook for all the latest updates of the most comprehensive coverage of the Toronto International Film Festival.